All right, Aru, I know. Am I about 4 years late? 5 years late. I can't remember what, 4 or 5 years ago, the Sablya came out. Custom Knife Factory knife. And I got this one fairly inexpensive because I bought it off of a buddy of mine who got it on their garage sale. I mean, CKF, I don't know if they still do that, and I don't keep up with their site that well, but he did. And so he found this on the garage sale. And I mean, normally this thing was what, $495, about $500 when it came out, but I think he got it for about $275 on the garage sale. And I pretty much hated him for that because I would love to have the Sablya. I mean, first of all, it's giganticus, okay? It's gigantic. Oh, hold on. Let me take, okay, I got my PM2. Ooh, baby, my wife has been abusing that. I mean, we went through a move and she took this knife and she has given it holy hell. She has. And it's held up. I haven't wiped it down. I need to wipe it down good. But there's the PM2. See, you can tell the difference in the size. It's just amazing. Oh, hold on. Let's get my swags out here. My sway back. Yeah, you think? You think? It's just a huge knife. And it's got carbon fiber on both sides. If it only had on one side, I don't think I'd be very excited about this knife. But check it out. This is one thing that I got it and I thought, is this a factory second or something? Because look at the backspacer, and nobody ever really talks about it. But I've seen other reviews on it, and their backspacer was the same as this. It's below grade here. You see what I'm saying? But it's above grade here. And if you just tilted it, right, wouldn't it be just like flush? And wouldn't that be better? And then wouldn't this be flush with this? I mean, I would like this to be higher here, flush here, and flush here. I mean, I don't, because what you're doing is a cutaway here so you can put a lanyard on, but I don't get this. I don't get this and this being up and this being up. It's like the whole thing just got tilted, and so the butt came out and this part came up and this went down. But all the ones I've seen look like that. Now, this one has some blems on it here, too. There, where else? You tell the orange peel type surface on here. Let me see. Where's the other blem? I know it's got some blems. Here. Okay. Here. And I kept thinking there was one here. It's hard to see. But I mean, that's not bad. I mean, and I don't think the blems were there when he bought it. Okay, so, and it looks like a hand rub, doesn't it? Finish on that blade. Now, let's see. Where's my damn cutting paper? I thought I had it set. Oh, here you go. Okay, and I don't know how much this has been used either. But it's relatively sharp. It's not like crazy, scary sharp, but it's not bad. And comes in the zipper pouch. CKF. I feel like I'm all like uptown now with big fancy expensive knife like this, but it wasn't expensive enough to keep me from getting it because it was way less than the $500 they go for. But I guess Alexei Koyogin, and I don't know how to pronounce the name, so sorry. I thought it was Koyogin, but it was, I think I heard a guy that should know it that was Koyogin. So, Koyogin, something like that. Titanium and carbon fiber made on 10 of 16. So that's almost 5 years ago. Number 64. Number 64 comes with microfiber cloth. There's a little pouch there, and there's no pouch on the other side. And this is from Russia with knives, and It's a sticker. It could be in a little bit better condition, but you know what? Do I care? No, absolutely not. Now, let's talk about this sucker. We've talked about the backspacer, beat that to death. Number eights, it looks like number eight's all the way through on here, and yeah, they are. And for a knife that's that age, huh? And no entree here. We will take it apart if we can, and yeah, that bit will fit right there. But that's pretty thin slot, so you can't really get too fat of a screwdriver tip on there. What do we got going through here? So this just yeah, good. So but that sticks all the way through, which is a little unusual. A lot of times the stop pin there, you can't see it from the outside because it's, milled in a little bit on each side, but it just sits in the scale, and they don't pierce the outer scale there. Here's the lock bar because it's a frame lock. And there's your lockup. And your lockup that's 35% at least. And it looks like there's something maybe holding a hardened steel insert in there. Yeah, it does look like it. Over travel, well, this carbon fiber really acts as the over travel stop. So that's good. I don't see that it's weight relieved on the inside. And now we're going to drop it. It's like, how far into the video before you did this? Here's the flipper tab. It's gemmed, and it's pretty understated, which is really nice. Snap, and that is, ooh, baby. That's all she wrote. Now, the thing about the understated flipper tab, don't hang back too far, my friends. Because if you hang back here and you drop it, she's going to come get you. So be very careful. Maybe yet, and the problem is if you get choke up on this too much, right there, it's not over the detent ball. So you got to hang back a little bit, and you're playing with fire there because you're barely catching the tip of the nib. And it's over, but it drops great. It's centered, no blade play, no lock rock, none of that going on. But you can see the detent ball. The detent hole, and the track. Kind of, I'm not sure if I'm liking that much. But she big. She 4.3 all day long. Down here, however you want to do this, okay? What's the cutting edge then? When we go from the tip, okay, down here, what's the cutting edge? However you want to measure that, but there's 4.65 or 4.75 really. And then up here, the closest, it's less than 4.5. So a lot of people are calling it 4.3 inches. But you're talking 110 plus millimeters on the blade. And almost 10 inches, I've seen some places call it 10-inch overall length. It's not. It's 9.8 at least, and it's 25 centimeters. That's pretty strong. Now, okay, hold on. 0.15 of an inch, 4 millimeter blade basically overall. Almost 13 millimeters at just a half an inch. So it's not real fat. And then you got this right hand only pocket clip. Not real deep carry, but not bad. And it's very stiff, but it goes right in and out of my pocket. Now, this is not one you're going to throw in your pocket, lightly if it's summertime and you're wearing some very light pants or shorts, because it's going to woggle around in there, So if you're going to do that, take this little booger with you and throw it in your pocket. But I was wearing my jeans the other day, it slid right in the pocket, and you don't even know it's there. Really. And have you ever seen this thing light up? You just put a flashlight to this, and this is that glow-in-the-dark stuff, right? So this glow-in-the-dark, it glows blue. Why they needed to put a glow-in-the-dark Seems a little odd for a $500 knife. A little kind of kitschy there. I don't know. Maybe they could have redesigned the pocket clip and made it different, because I'm not sure I need that. Okay. Not on a knife like this. But okay. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, so you got to go with it. This inlay here is pretty smooth. You really don't, you're not feeling anything there. And here, it's pretty good. Of course, along here, see, it's going to separate a little bit because the lock bar goes in to make contact and all that. So, of course, that's going to separate out. But that is some nice. And look at the design flow. That's good. It's good. It disappears into this bolster. It's in through here. Overall, yeah, and ergos. Wow, it's huge. I mean, it's huge. It's a long, long handle. But so if you have huge hands, you're going to be okay with this. Reverse grip. Oh, yeah, it's comfortable too. Right up there on the pommel. Yeah, that's good. So I like it. Yeah, I like it really well. I mean, it's hard not to like it. Let me see. What does this crazy thing weigh? Let's put it on the scale, because, at this size, you're probably holding your breath thinking, wow, 5.5 ounces. I was thinking 6.5, maybe 7, I mean, for a knife that's basically 10 inches long, that's titanium. So 5.5 actually is surprisingly light at 156 grams. That's tremendous. Now, let's talk about the detent a little bit. Pull, 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 pull. Okay. No fail there. Let's try it again. Pull. Okay. No fail there. That's pretty good setup. I mean, there's no other way you can open this knife, correct? I mean, there's no thumb studs, there's no cutaways on the blade or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, that's a no-fail. That's a no-fail detail. Wow, that's, shit. I like these big knives, so it's not hard. It's not difficult to really, really like this knife. There's no choil area up here. So I guess if you get busy, sharpening this thing, you're gonna, you might run right up a little bit beyond it with your sharpening stones. But okay. And then you just really, you do maybe have a go forward position, but you're gonna have to watch it, because it's not like there's a choil there where it's going to be easy to sense the beginning or the end of the sharpened edge, but you can get up there. And I can tell you why I got this. I got it from Wes. He used to live in upstate New York. He got the hell out of there. He's in Tennessee now. Gee, I wonder why. Wes, what's the matter with you? What are you, a Republican or something? So and he's a sucker for Persian style. Hello. I mean, there you go. Of course. Absolutely. And I don't know why he's unloading it, to tell you the truth. He must have absolutely fallen in love with something else. And he sent me the CKF Tricosa, which is, damn it, it's not in here. That's another good looking knife. But this one, way cool. I like CKF knives. And when I think about a CKF knife, and this may drive you completely crazy, it reminds me a lot of the Kevin John knives, because they're so well made, okay? And there was an article talking about Kevin John, high-end Chinese manufacturer making parts for CKF. And, there's this other guy that did this video on the Sablya saying the parts come from China, but they're fitted and finished or assembled, whatever, in Russia. And I've heard that on several occasions, and I've seen an article on that. So, okay, okay. That doesn't hurt my feelings because I like Kevin John. And, they had CKF offered the Daboia, and which was the CKF had it under Kevin John had it under a different name, okay? But it was the same knife design. So, yeah, that kind of makes you scratch your head a little bit, doesn't it? But hey, that's okay because I love the hell out of a lot of the Kevin John knives. The problem is they've made some clone stuff too in the past, but the originals they do are awesome. And this one is a great looking knife. I like a lot of the CKF knives. It's just, you kind of got to bite your lip a little bit when you're reaching in your wallet for $500. Because there's some other really, really good knives that you could buy for way, way less money that, might be pretty damn interesting as well. So can you really sit on a whole lot of $500 knives before the divorce papers come in the mail? What was it? The one guy said, crap, he said, my one nightmare is that I die and my wife sells my knives for what I told her I paid for them. Oh my God. I love that. I love that. But yeah, this is really cool. Now, let's put down the dirt towel. Come here, buddy. At least it might be clean now after my move. My wife did all my towel rags. Oh, we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Okay, we're going to do this. And this is our entry here on the back side. So this is what we're going to do. And I feel the other side turn. Can I hold it? Come on, come on. I don't like these slots. The reason I don't like these slots is that, yeah, I'm holding it. The reason I don't like these slots is because if your screwdriver blade comes out, then it could just skate along here and do damage like this, or leave a scratch in the scale. So we had to go a bit around and around, and that's weird because I'm not seeing anything obvious for thread locker, but both sides were turning. I was trying to stabilize it here, so I really kind of just went back and forth, loosened, then it started spinning again, then I went back to where it was loosened and just little by little worked it out of there. So okay, we got that screw out, and now the rest of these ought to be pretty easy going, and we shouldn't have a problem disassembling now that we've done this for the first time. I'm definitely not going to put any thread locker in this thing going forward. This is the presentation side. Did I say that was the lock bar side? Okay, that's not. Okay, that's gone. Did we not get this part? Okay, there we are. Okay, so these screws are the same size. Okay, we've got our steel washer here. Let me see if we can pull that out. Ooh, she doesn't want to come, does she? All right, nah, I can't get this popped out easily. And you know what? I really don't care, I guess. So to heck with it. And take a look at this insert. And it's not screwed in, but I don't know if it'll come out. Looks like there's a little gap under there. It might, but it might not. I don't know if there's adhesive under there. The front end kind of is starting to come up, but it's not just popping out, so I'm going to leave that alone too. And okay, we got ceramic bearings. And it's a big old ring of ceramic bearings. It'd be nice if they were multi-row. But you know, this was made back in 2016, back in the olden days. So there you go with that. And there's your hardened steel insert with a ceramic detent ball. And your over travel stop is not only, really, it's not the carbon fiber, it's right there that's hitting to stop the over travel. So, okay, and the pivot, it's round. So it's not D-shaped, and that's why the whole thing is rolling, which would be nice if it was D-shaped. I know that's a kind of a new wave idea of functioning. And what is along this thing, I don't know. Okay, I lifted this one out, and I guess it's not corrosion there because it rubs off, so that's good. I don't know, I still can't figure this out. Can you? That just looks like that was a design, you know, faux pas, and they just went with it because they had all the parts already made or something. But that just doesn't seem like it should be intentional. Oh well. So yeah, I mean, nothing overly complex. At least I got this washer out, and it looks okay. Okay, I got it apart. This was kind of a mess. It was not, it'll be okay now. But I had to kind of, I can feel that there's something there. Yeah. There must have been some thread lockers, and there still is, it feels like, because it didn't really come free very easily. I'll have to look in there and see. Maybe put some solvent in there to dissolve that, because yeah, I was trying to unscrew this and the whole pivot was turning, and of course this is not a D-shaped pivot, which makes it kind of a pain in the posterior as well. But as I screw this in, yeah, I'm feeling, you know, it's kind of loosening up as I work it. But yeah, I had to do that. I had to slowly just kind of move it part way, work it, and to hold it from this side to be able to unscrew it. So that wasn't good because it was turning the whole damn pivot. And like I said before, not really big on this kind of a slot. I really don't like that. It'd be better if they just put a number 8 in there. It's so much easier and less likely for, you know, a bladed screwdriver can just slide off there and really skate across that titanium. So no, that's not my favorite. I mean, look at my towel. This is from just cleaning this knife up, and just superficially, really. So there was some stuff on there. Really needed to get taken care of. All right. I guess they milled this out here so you could get underneath this inlay and maybe pop it out. And I got the tip of my tool under there, and it was starting to come out, but it seemed like it's either very, very tight fit in here, or there may be some adhesive. And if there is, I mean, I don't want to break this off unnecessarily, and I wouldn't want to take this out because I got no reason to do that. So I'm going to leave well enough alone. And let's put this, and let's put some bearings in here and put this back together. It's a hell of a lot cleaner than it was. Multi-row would be nice, but it's not. I like the knife though. She's a Haas, and it's kind of a really, really cool design as well. So, and we've got more bearings, and we've got the front. And yeah, it's kind of interesting that they did, like, you know, all the way through the scale for both the little lanyard pin and for the stop. And that stop is not exactly huge, is it? In fact, check it out. 0.11 at 3 millimeters. I mean, I've seen stuff that was 4 millimeter stops and a little over 4. So, I mean, for a big knife like that, it's going to go swack, you know? It's kind of seems a little thin. Here we go. And let's get it fit together. Are we good? Okay, we got that. Okay, now we got it. All right. Let's put this in here. And let's see if we're going to have any problems working this back together. Here's this. And this. So it wasn't the easiest task to disassemble it, but it's only really because this, which I really am not a big fan of. Okay, let's clear out whatever is so deep in there I can't. And I'm doing this just to make sure I'm making it to where it's not going to spin. Okay, now it's, yeah, okay, we're good. So we cleared out what was in there, so it'll disassemble much easier next time. Yeah, there's no play. That's centered. Let's see what the drop is like. Well, not as super guillotine as it was before. Hold on. Which may be something that you would prefer or not. So let's back it off just like a micro turn. Let's see how much difference that makes. Oh yeah, it makes a lot of difference. And now it goes. Yeah, now it's back like it was. Okay, we're still centered. We're good. So, of course, they didn't do any weight relieving underneath because they did this for the inlays. And they did it on both sides, and I like it. So, it's a cool knife. I know I'm, 5 years late on it, but I haven't had one in my hands. And this became available, and I thought, I want to put it on my channel. I mean, they come available here and there. I saw one on eBay the other day. They wanted $700 or best offer. So I don't think they're going to get the 700, but I mean, if it was 500 new, it might be worth 500 now. And this one, no, I got it for way less than that. So I like it. I think this might be a keeper for a while, for sure, because I don't know when I'd ever get another one in my hands. Back with the Sablya. It's a monster knife, I know, but it's not that heavy. Ergos are great. Lots of blade there, and way cool design, way cool. So I'm going to let you go. It was an interesting chore to disassemble. Few things I would have changed. Don't know that I need this standoff here like that, especially in G10 or glow-in-the-dark material, that kind of thing, but okay. And it's not like they gave me any places to put in a tritium bar or anything. If they're gonna get trick, maybe they should have done that. All right, gonna let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sablya, we love them knives, guys. Sub to my channel and stay sharp.